I'm going to try to contain myself and stay in my seat. And probably the only reason I can is because I'm about to cry. I am so sorry to each of you for what you have experienced. And I would challenge Ms. Blooker to make this right immediately, maybe as early as this afternoon. Molly, my 5-year-old granddaughter, who is a lucky child, she gets to live with very loving parents, and I get to see her very often. When I took her home Sunday afternoon after a full day of playing, she turned and looked at me and said, "Gigi, I have loved you my whole life." That's the love between a grandmother, a grandfather, and a child. Grandparents find a way, whether they might be monetarily challenged, it just wouldn't matter. For those grandchildren, they would do whatever they could. There's not any greater love. I don't know if you know that, Miss Blooker. You come in time after time and you have no remorse. You didn't even turn to these folks and say, "I'm sorry." I believe that the Senate and the House could work together on one bill, and it would be unanimously agreed on, and that would be a bill that would redefine the best interest of the child. And I will personally work on that. And I really would appreciate you reuniting these families with their precious grandchildren.
Is there a question, Representative?
Yes, don't you agree, Mr. Chair?
Yes. And Representative, this chair gives lots of latitude, but we need to be very careful about accusations. And my apologies to I understand your passion, and I agree in emotion, but Ms. Blooker or anyone else should not have quite that strong statement made in the chair's opinion.
Mr. Chair, may I respond to?
You may.
I do have passion and concern for families. And I want to see that things are done right. But I want everyone to understand that DCFS is just one player in that courtroom. So when you talk about child welfare reform, we're just one player there. And so as much as y'all would like for me to be able to go out and right the wrong, I am just one party, and I'm not in that courtroom. There is a judge. There's an attorney ad litem. In many cases, there's a CASA. There's a parent council. And all of those, they're a therapist with the kids. And all of those individuals have a say as to the decision about what happens with those children. There are times when we agree. There are times when we disagree. And it's not as simple. And I know that these cases, they pull at your heartstring. I get that. I talk to a number of families. I meet with a number of families to go through their issues. And those issues that I can correct, Representative Scott, I do. But as far as going back and saying that by the end of the day that they'll all be reunited, I don't have that power as a child welfare director. That resides in the court and many of the decisions that have already been made, and there are many people that have an input into that. And so I don't want that the committee or the members here or the people that are here to think that by the end of the day that that's all that it takes, because it's not that. And so I would agree with Representative Hammer in the fact that you need to have multiple players here to talk about all the different sides, because it's more than just child welfare, it's more than just our staff. And so there are a lot of decisions that go into these cases. There are a lot of unknowns that can't be brought up in these type settings. There's a lot of complexities that are there, and I don't want to lose sight of that. And it's not that I don't have any remorse for the families. It's not that at all. I want to make sure no one wants to be in the child welfare system. No family wants to be involved in the child welfare system. And I want to see that if you have to be in the child welfare system, that it's like as best of an experience as it can be. And so I just want to make those comments. Senator Clark, thank you.